Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to MagnaphiJesus. Oh, here's the camera. It's your boy, Steven. I put my name is Stevie J. You can refer to me that affectionately from now on. And I have a guest. Hopefully, she's a regular. Ariana, not Grande. Ariana, please say hello.
Hi, everyone.
Yo, this is my homie. We go back like Cadillac seats. And we're gonna make some good content here. Okay.
That we are.
So, Ari, today we're going to be doing a blind react of some people that are listening to some Trump quotes or whatever, but they're not going to be Trump quotes. They're going to be somebody else. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. This should be great.
Awesome. So, do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment. Make sure that if you hear something that's triggering, that you comment, and you don't keep it to yourself because we don't want you to pass away from bursting a gut or something. Like, speak your mind. And on the channel MagnaphiJesus, we talk about theology, we talk about comics. So we're going to talk about She-Hulk in the next video. It's trash, but I won't even get into it right now. It's complete garbage. And today we're actually going to do something that's a little bit political. Myself and Ariana are both conservative. Isn't it ridiculous that we're both black and both conservative? How did it happen?
I realize that I look like a liberal with my purple hair, but just to be clear, I am conservative.
Man, so it's two of us. I don't know how two of us found each other on the internet. I'm just joking. We're friends in real life, but we're both conservative, and we're not supposed to have opinions. Is that right?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay. Well,
apparently we coons. Okay.
We're gonna put it into that today. We're gonna have some fun here. So, without further ado, we're gonna get into this. All right. So, I'm gonna show you guys this video here, and we are going to be blind reacting. Y'all gonna be along for the ride here, so let's get it. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. All right, tell me if you can see.
Okay. So far, nothing.
Good. That's really good. All right, what about now?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm gonna full screen it for you. I don't want you fussing at me.
Yes.
Oh wait, that's full screen.
No, I got it. That's good. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, bet. All right, we're gonna get started. You ready?
I am ready.
All right, bet.
You're happy he's out because now we don't have someone who thinks like this.
Right, exactly. And Donald Trump, he was the devil.
Yeah.
He was the devil.
And it's showing when he says things like this. So the devil would say things like this.
Exactly.
Would you ever expect our current administration, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, to use this type of language when talking about people wanting to come into our country?
No, they wouldn't even do that. They're classy people.
Yeah, they got no class in that.
So they wouldn't do that.
So I want you to read this headline from Politico.
Harris blunt message in Guatemala, do not come to the U.S. Oh, she said that?
Everything I just said was not Donald Trump. It was Kamala Harris.
Oh, my God.
Okay. So
we've been hoodwinked, swindled.
So all these people have been swindled into believing. Okay. All right. So before I get carried away. So this is just the intro, but I'm gonna let them like go through actual like interviews and whatever. Like I'm gonna let her actually interview people or whatever. But I just want to stop because this one is hilarious. She is like, I'm black and I'm proud. You know what I'm saying? and then Pop Smoke Jr. is right here.
Not
and,
Pop
and
Smoke
he's like, yeah, he racist. You know what I'm saying?
She would never say that. They are classy people. She would never.
Exactly. And then Patty Mayonnaise is like, no, that's not even Trump.
Not Patty Mayonnaise. I'm crying.
Hey, she is hilarious.
How does it feel to be loud and wrong, lady? I'm gonna call her auntie because she looked like an auntie.
She looked like an auntie. All right, so I'm gonna let them talk this time, but I had to stop right there because I was just like,
classy people would never.
You ain't got it, ma'am. You wrong. All right, and look, just let me know if you need to stop and take a laugh break, okay?
Okay, because I cannot hold it. Okay.
Okay.
Tell me the facts.
I'm sorry, Donald Trump.
Read that headline to me.
I I don't like it, but I apologize, sir.
Did you guys hear what Donald Trump said about immigration the other day? Roll the tape.
You're going to see something right now. You don't have to listen. Please roll the video. Roll it.
I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come. Do not come. The United States will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border.
Well, excuse me, that wasn't Donald Trump. But we're going to tell people it is, and we're going to get their reaction when we unveil our secret. There was actually Kamala Harris who said those things about immigration. Let's go. What's wrong? You don't like me?
Okay, I'm just going to pick up the pace
Big
here.
discount going on, Dad 20 for 20%. These are quotes from Donald Trump.
Okay.
You know what kind of shit this gonna be.
Okay. Yeah.
Baby.
You know it's already going to be crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
He said just yesterday, I want to be clear to folks in the region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the U.S.-Mexico border. Do not come. The U.S. will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border.
All I can say is Donald Trump. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Did you know that there's a simple combination of natural ingredients that will help you poop out pounds of old rotten?
No, I didn't know that.
in just a matter of days?
That's detestable. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us know.
I took that to heart when I said uncensored.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Big facts. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
F-U-C-K.
I want your reaction to these quotes from former President Donald Trump. Oh, no. Here's one more, and it's good. There are legal methods by which migration can and should occur, but one of our priorities, we will discourage illegal migration. To that, I say, Donald Trump. Now, would you expect that to be said by any of our current administration, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris? No. Why do you think they wouldn't say something?
Okay, so all right.
Yes.
Okay. So they're allowed to say F Donald Trump off jump, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not, do you think this person said this? And then let me hear him out. Let me see if he has a valid opinion, nothing like that. All the responses to them is F Donald Trump. They both said F Donald Trump.
They're so programmed to automatically think that that's who he is, and to say that, that's wild to me.
That's wild.
And Ariel from The Little Mermaid was like, oh no, as soon as she said that it was a Donald Trump quote. Like, that's automatically like your natural response because you've been programmed by the media.
She's been programmed. And it's easy to program. Like, oh, okay, you know, he's white, so there's a strike.
Right.
You can start right there. And but I noticed that if it's like a woman, like if it's Hillary, you won't think she's evil. It's like she's a woman. She identifies as a woman.
She just got her menstrual.
Yeah, so
but
it's just ridiculous.
But the crazy thing is, if we say "Let's go, Brandon," anyway, I'm just here. Okay, next.
No. That's a great point. If you say F Trump, it's like, yeah, that's an acceptable answer. But if you say FJB, it's like, nah, y'all are disrespectful. Y'all are like, you know, name calling starts.
They made whole songs about Donald Trump, but we say one thing about Brandon, and look, I'm over it.
Oh my gosh! All right, let me let this girl do her thing. This is hilarious already.
I'm over here holding it in.
Like that. Because they have a brain. Yeah. Absolutely. What if I told you these are quotes from Kamala Harris from yesterday? Nice. What? Let me see. Would you ever expect our current administration, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, all those, would you expect them to have a message like this at all?
No. I mean, it shouldn't be that, like, violent and don't come, you know what I mean? I mean, if you meet the requirements, of course, if you're it's racist, you know what I mean?
I feel like everything he's saying is like a direct threat, kind of, and I'm just like, so what does that entail? Turning us away? Are you really just going to turn people away, or are you going to...
She's mimicking your hairstyle, so we already know she's programmed.
I'm dead. No.
We know how y'all think.
The crazy thing is, they like, even though it was Kamala who said it, because it's Donald Trump in their head, they're saying a simple statement like "do not come" is a threat and it's
Violent.
so violent. She said it's violent. Like, girl, how is that violent? Do not come. Like,
No, it's
please.
cool. It's cool. It's violent. So Kamala Harris is the one that said it.
Right.
So it's violent. Cool. I'm glad we just, not moving the goalposts. We're keeping it, 100.
That's
so
simple.
Kamala Harris has used violent language to talk to immigrants.
And she is threatened. That's what they said. She threatened somebody.
Whew.
Do not come. Like that.
Yeah, according to these quotes.
Are you going to like punish them in terrible ways? Like, I don't know. Gives me the heebie-jeebies, so I don't like it. Yeah.
So, no, he's no longer the president. Obviously, we know that. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are in. Would you ever expect them to talk to people this way?
What, like our president?
Yeah, would you expect the Biden administration to say this type of stuff?
Absolutely not. No. I don't really think so either.
No, he said these yesterday. I went to. You didn't know he was still alive?
No.
He's alive. I think we know it if he was dead. I think there'd probably be parades if he were dead.
Oh, my family would throw a party.
Yeah. Would you go?
Oh, yeah.
The U.S. will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border. He said that yesterday in Guatemala. What is your reaction to that?
He's stupid.
What?
He's stupid.
He's stupid?
You're not the president.
Right, just step down. Just relax and step down and let Biden handle it.
Right. Let Kamala Harris handle it, right?
Right.
Kamala handle it.
Turn this over with.
What do you think? What's your reaction?
Let them all in.
Let them all in.
Let them in. Sure. Bring them in. Bring them to the beach in Florida. Let's get f***ed up. Yeah.
Okay. So the last couple are just outrageous to me.
First of all, I feel like that big guy with the black t-shirt really farted, and it wasn't like a bleep to bleep out his. Anyway,
it probably was, but I'm not fat phobic, so I don't.
Me either. I can't. Even as a fat person, I can't be fat phobic. So.
I don't want to say that he was farting.
Let it go.
But I am under the impression that it possibly could have been a fart because he's human.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Like, I feel like the older black people that I've heard talk about it or stuff, like talk about him in general, they have no real facts. They just be like, he's dumb. He shouldn't be the president. Like all these basic general statements. Like, y'all don't know why. You're not saying why. You're not saying why in this video.
So tell me why. I'd be like, tell me why.
Right. Like, what are the reasons? What are the facts? You don't have any.
They never have any facts.
Why is he not indicted yet? Why is he not in jail? Why was he not fully impeached? Like, why?
Well, they don't know that he wasn't fully impeached. You know, they'll say in a heartbeat they'll say that he was impeached twice. I've heard multiple people say he's been impeached twice.
Yeah, I've heard people say that too, and I'm like, was he though? Because if that's the case, he can't run again, right?
Exactly. So I wanted to pause here because the white dude was like, Peter Piper just said, tell them all to come. Tell them to come to the beach.
Not Peter Piper.
So
he said in Florida, like DeSantis would ever let that happen. Like,
yeah. So let's say that he's like, yeah, come to the beach or whatever, right? And it was Trump that said it. Sometimes when I be listening to these people, I be thinking that they have these adverse reactions because it's Trump. So they'll say the most outlandish thing. But like when you get them to tone down and really think and use their critical thinking skills, if they have any, they'll say something that makes sense. They'll say something that's like moderate. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Trump, they'll say something extreme. So would he say, come to Florida or just come on over, whether you're legal or not? Would he say that if he found out Kamala Harris said that? Would he say, oh, maybe that's not a good thing to say? Like, so Trump, it's F Trump and bring him over here right now.
Right.
If it's Kamala Harris, it's, well, I mean, they can come if they want to. I don't think that's nice. I don't think she should have said that.
Yeah.
It's
no,
like
I think the energy would change real quickly. Based on like I said, it's all a programming thing. Like automatically you're gonna say F Donald Trump because that's what you're supposed to say, because that's what side you lean to. Right. Like it's like programmed literally in their brain to always think that he's being racist, always think that he's being violent. And the energy would definitely change. I feel like the energy has already changed when she's telling them in the video that it's Kamala or Scamala. I don't know her name. Is it Kamala or Scamala? Kamala. Kamala.
Scamala.
Anyway, over it. So yeah, I feel like every time she even tells them, they're just like, oh, well, and then they start to rethink things in her head, like
They start to like go through it, like it wasn't
reason,
that bad.
right? Reasons
No,
why it's
that's
okay.
they'd be like, maybe that's not the nicest thing to say.
And the crazy part about all that is they did the same thing with the whole cages thing, like how the cages, Biden kept the cages that Trump built.
Yeah.
They were like, well, I mean, obviously they're needed then. Well, but that's not what y'all was saying when Donald Trump had them. Like,
Right. It was like, this is inhumane.
Yeah. But
And
now
aren't
it's
they
like,
continuing the wall? They're continuing to build the wall?
Yeah. Are they?
No, they are. They're continuing to build it.
See, please don't get me started today.
Oh, I'm gonna try not to get you started.
I'm just here.
All right, let me go on to the next thing. Let me go on to the next one because this is still funny. And I'll get you started after this.
Don't come to the beaches in Florida. We don't want you here. This was just yesterday, so keep in mind he's not the president anymore.
Well, I know Joe Biden is.
Right. Joe Biden, and the vice president is
the girl. But we're talking about presidents right now.
Kamala Harris.
Okay.
All right. So this is his quote yesterday. The U.S. will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border. What's your reaction to Donald Trump's quote?
They can go where they want. Do as they please.
I feel like it's not really like his role anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a great ad.
It is. Let me see what it says. It's like 8 more seconds.
What about Washington D.C.? Oh,
Where should they be sent?
They already send them here, and we're over.
Make comments like that.
Yeah, there's no like hour. You're out of office. She was impeached twice for a reason. So your opinion kind of doesn't matter anymore.
What about if he said these comments when he was in office?
Still doesn't make it no better. I can go where I want, as I want, when I want, as I please. The land of the free. Yeah.
Including to Guatemalans and Mexicans and stuff.
Everybody. Yeah.
Read that headline for me.
Harris, what message in Guatemala do not come to U.S.?
Does that surprise you?
I'm really not political, but that seems very yikes.
It doesn't seem like that's what she was saying when she was campaigning, is it?
I don't think so.
All right, well, you have a message. If Kamala Harris were watching this right now, would you say anything in response to what she wants to do at the border?
No comment.
Maybe you don't have a brain.
Maybe.
You know, I do have to feed my bodyguards, guys. So if you could help me out with this, I mean, look at this guy. He doesn't just eat a kid's meal for $5.99 at McDonald's. Okay? We're gonna get him some steak. We're gonna get him some seafood. We're gonna fill him up because he has such a...
It's just the same.
Okay.
That's her bodyguard?
That's her bodyguard. But,
So now all of a sudden, Ariel from The Little Mermaid is not political now that she said that it was Kamala that said it.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, like all of a sudden you switched up. Like at first it was like, Donald Trump.
I can go where I please at any periodically time.
I can do periodically.
Girl, what are you saying right now?
Yeah, no, that's so extra. But then it switched up when she told her who it was. Yeah. See, these people, they don't even know what they believe. That's why it blows me. Like, you can't be mad at a black conservative who's intelligent and knows what they believe.
I know what it is that I'm thinking, and I can put my thoughts into a sentence.
Exactly.
And I will tell you like what I think about something. Like, y'all can't do that? Is that what you're telling me?
Right.
And black conservatives.
And most of them can't, especially the ones our age. They just spew out what they're told to spew out.
That's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, it is. Imagine
so
being
ridiculous. You really just, I feel like you just don't know what you believe. And you have watched TV, you watch Whoopi Goldberg be silly every single day of the week. And then you walk away and you be like, yeah. Like I heard this one woman tell me, all right, I'm getting off track. I heard this one woman tell me, Jill Biden is a doctor. She would make a good surgeon general, okay?
Yeah.
And I said, did you hear that on TV? And she was like, no, I Googled it myself. And I was like, that's interesting because I just heard Whoopi Goldberg say the same thing. Are you sure you guys, maybe you guys read the same article? She was like, yeah, maybe we did. I was like, so you gonna sit here and lie to me? So on that show, the people with no views, they came back and they basically said, oh, sorry about that. She's not a doctor of that sort. She can't be a surgeon general.
Not a medical doctor.
She's not a medical doctor. They're just saying anything.
Imagine being that loud and wrong. That is so embarrassing. People should be embarrassed.
This girl that was just talking should be embarrassed.
Yes. Imagine being that loud and wrong. That's embarrassing.
What did she just say? She just said something completely dumb, and I don't even know what to do with what she said. Like,
after that, the View should lose all credibility. Like, you really sat up there and said that she should be a surgeon general.
Well,
medical doctor.
Well, for them to lose credibility, they would have to be credible in the first place. And I mean that in the nicest way possible, because you're not a news channel and you don't have any facts. Like
Right.
this dude named Woj, okay, for the NBA, never shot a basketball a day in his life. He will tweet immediately like news for the NBA. But he has established himself as credible as NBA news, and he is respected as such. But these women on The View, these feminists and all of these Democrats, like, they're not credible at all to begin with, but they get on the show to talk about their opinions all day. They were never credible to begin with. So that's a lot of pressure to be putting on Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah. I mean, yes. There's a case to be made that are any of them actual political commentators? Because they do a lot of political commentating.
None of them are. And you notice they never have a conservative person on there?
Ever. Like, no balance, nothing. That's how you know you're biased.
They're super biased.
If you was really solid in what you had to say on national TV on a show that popular, you would have some pushback.
You would have pushback.
You would have a person on there to push back so that you can prove your point every time. Even if they were out.
They don't believe in what they say.
They need to let Constance go on there. What is it, Veritifu? You know Constance?
I don't know.
She's a social media. She's a black conservative she's from here too. She was on American.
They should have Candace Owens on there.
They really should, but you know they would never do that.
They would never do it. They'd be like, you're black, but you're conservative. Your opinion doesn't count.
Right.
Even though all these feminists be like, your voice is important as a woman. You know, speak up. We want your voice to be heard. But when it's the one they don't agree with, they're like, nah, shut it up.
Right. Like, where's my feminist rights as a conservative black woman?
You don't get rights.
Apparently, I have none, right?
You're supposed to say what they tell you to say.
Exactly. People have been so interested to find out that I was conservative this year. I guess a lot of people didn't know because I don't really talk about it online.
Yeah.
And they're just like, so what do you think about Trump doing this? Trump doing what? And then I have to debunk everything. Like, what are we doing here? You don't know.
They act like it's Mythbusters all of a sudden. Like,
right.
Oh, I can't believe she's fighting against the crowd. Like,
well,
no, y'all just don't think.
Exactly. And you know me, I've always been a outspoken conspiracy theorist. So, of course, they're automatically going to contribute to that. Oh, she's just a conspiracy. She's unvaccinated. She's holistic. She only takes vitamins. She doesn't believe in big pharma. So let's just discount what she's saying about political stuff.
Just right there. She's not vaccinated. What is wrong with these people? She's not vaccinated. What is that? What does that mean?
I guess my brain isn't full of spike protein, so I can't think correctly.
So just so that I don't get this video banned, now that I'm actually in a position where I guess it's monetized. I don't know if it started yet, but I just don't want to say nothing about the volleyball scene.
Volleyball.
I just, oh my gosh, it's so dumb to me. Like, how do you get a jab and then you are pregnant with COVID, and then you're like, okay, well, I'm good because I have 2 jabs, and then you get pregnant with COVID again.
Got a Covisha baby twice.
Right. Like,
baby
maybe it's not working. Maybe that's not the thing.
That's funny.
And people shouldn't have lost their jobs. But I'm not going to do that right now because I just want to see if I can get this one video off the ground before I get demonetized. Okay. I'm going to go through like a couple more of these ignorant people. Now, when they apologize, they're not ignorant no more. They're like, I'm cool with them. But when they don't apologize, I'm just like, yeah, that's ignorant. I'm going to go through a couple more and then we go wrap it up.
Right. Okay.
I just don't understand why he's still making statements like this when he's not the president and he has no authority to say so. But again, like, it's just the same he's been saying the whole time.
I feel like she really farted. Okay.
You see her hair? She looked like she ain't washed it in weeks.
Yes, I agree with you.
It's definitely a fart.
That's definitely a fart.
Still just not feeling Trump. Like, you are out of office. He doesn't need to be speaking on nothing or nobody no more. You are kicked out. Like, impeached twice once again. One more time, Joe Biden is your president.
I don't even know what to say about that because that's really crazy.
It's something you'd expect from Donald Trump to say.
Oh, hell yeah. He's stupid.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
very
happy he out there.
You're happy he's out because now we don't have someone who thinks like this.
right. Exactly. Because Donald Trump, he was the devil.
Yeah.
He was the devil.
And it's showing when he says things like this. The devil would say things like this.
Exactly. Devil don't care about nobody but themselves.
Would you ever expect our current administration to go to Guatemala and talk like this?
Okay, my bad. Real quick. Remember I was talking about the vitriol thing?
The what?
How much vitriol they have when they find out it's like Trump, and then like how reserved they are when they find out it's Kamala Harris. Yeah. Okay, so the extreme that they just went to just now was he's the devil. Okay, this is the middle ground. This is conservative. This is extreme. She's like, he's the devil. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see if humility kicks in when she finds out that it's not him. I want to see if she goes from one extreme to the other, or if she tries to be balanced all of a sudden. Because the first thing that you might want to do when dealing with this type of stuff is might want to be conservative. Like, okay, right. Can I get a little bit more context about that quote? Can I hear a little bit more about what happened? Except like maybe be conservative so you don't end up like embarrassing yourself.
Right.
But in this case, she went from one. She's on one extreme. I want to see if she goes to the other extreme. Mm-hmm. I'm so sorry, I was wrong, like type of thing. Or if she just goes to, okay, whatever. All right, here we go. And here's your boy.
To people there.
No, I don't.
Do you think that would be something that we would expect from the Biden administration?
No, I wouldn't expect that.
Why do you think that they wouldn't, but Donald Trump? Like, that's just his character. Why do you think that they wouldn't do that?
Because I think that's Donald Trump's character. He's just more outspoken. He's more aggressive with it. And it's not what you say, it's the way you say things. Your delivery, I mean, you could deliver it differently. But, yeah, he comes off very aggressive. So
she would not say, come here, we're going to turn you back.
No, I don't think she would say, come here, we will turn you away. It's possible she might do it for a political gain.
These quotes actually came from Kamala Harris, part of the Biden administration yesterday. And I see your eyebrows are kind of going up.
I'm appalled.
I'll be checking her on Twitter, don't worry about it.
What do you guys think about that? That these sound like Donald Trump's words.
Yes. And yeah, I'm very shocked.
Very shocked?
I'm very much shocked.
Yeah.
Wow.
They definitely wouldn't be talking.
All right, so hold on. Your girl did not say a word.
Which one, the black one?
Yeah, she's standing back there playing double dutch, not saying a word. You was the most outspoken. All of a sudden, now you have nothing to say at all.
Quiet, and now you embarrassed.
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe she was that ridiculous with it and was just like, look, honey, you were out of...
You was impeached twice.
Exactly. Oh, and she is somebody that said it. You're impeached twice.
She literally
I'd be looking at black people like, did you say he was impeached twice? Did you read a newspaper? Is that why you...
Was he actually impeached? Like, come on.
Was he actually impeached? So, yeah. Wow. So she back there double dutching right now, getting ready to jump rope with a braid.
Jump rope right.
She don't want no part of this. She's just like, hey, just leave me out of the accountability portion.
Oh my!
You know how much I love when women get held accountable, but
no, yeah, that's my favorite thing too. They want to cry their way out of everything,
and you can't do it. And tell me why the dude is the most vocal about this. With his hands on his hips, the thumbs are going forward. I'm not gonna say nothing about that, but
are they them?
If the thumbs point forward, anyway. So his thumbs pointing forward, and he's very confident. His hands are on his hips, and he's very confident about what he's saying. He's like, no, that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
And the girl, the position of her body, like her mannerisms and everything is more so like, leave me out of this. I don't want to be involved in this. But
Right.
he was the least outspoken, and he seemed to be trying to take everything in. And old girl was just like aggressive. She called him aggressive. She called him all these type of things, and then she gonna talk about, I'm gonna check her on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm a trender on Twitter or check her on Twitter. Don't worry.
Like,
that's
girl, this is your opportunity to say something. What you mean?
right. Say it now. She don't want to be canceled by other black people.
Exactly. And then it's two other sets of black people on here. All right, this video might be a little long because I do need to kind of hear what they say.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna keep going real quick.
Yeah.
Wow.
They definitely wouldn't be talking like this.
Exactly. They wouldn't be talking like that. So.
Hey, have you ever heard something like this before?
No.
Who wants to make $1 zillion online without having to do a single thing?
I never heard that.
Well, I have bad news. These aren't Donald Trump quotes.
What?
These are quotes from Kamala Harris yesterday in Guatemala.
Holy crap! Isn't she supposed to be like for the people and like she's like
Who
that
told
one
you
person
that?
that everyone's like, yeah, she's gonna change everything. She understands exactly where we're coming from. Like she's on.
Who told you that in the first place?
Who told you that? Who said she was supposed to be for the people? They are not a unifying administration. You haven't seen that one time. So where did you hear that?
Maybe it was when she blocked evidence for the man that was being sentenced to life. I think it was.
Yeah, no, that might have been
He probably could have been free based on the evidence, and she blocked it. I think
Mhm.
that's when they came to that conclusion that she's for the people.
How many black men did she lock up? For
Millions. And if I Google it right now, it'd probably be something ridiculous.
Yeah, so I'm just here.
Oh,
Don't she got a white husband? I'm out of here.
She has a white husband, and she cannot be checked. Like, okay. So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
I'm not gonna do that because that's ridiculous. Why would I do that?
What?
All right, I'm gonna do it anyway. You can date a white guy, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or would you be canceled? Be like, you don't love black men because you're not with a black man.
I feel like black men get canceled faster for dating white women than because if you look on TikTok, it's a whole trend right now. Like, it's a lot of black women who are getting married to their white kings, and they be fine too. It's a lot of interracial couples where the woman is black, and everybody's like, "That's right, sister." Basically saying, if these black men are not acting right, you know what I'm saying?
Then go ahead and
white
get
king.
you a Brad Chad.
But let it be a black guy with a white girl. Like Jamie Foxx, they just went on him because he's always showing up with a white girl, and like he was trending on Twitter for like 3 days, and yeah, because they were so mad at him saying like they wish they could see him with a black woman because he doesn't appreciate black women. And it's like, imagine being so insecure that you think just because somebody's preference is that degrades you in some way. I'm just here though.
But how ridiculous is that the preference thing is even brought up? Okay. So if his preference was a white woman, okay, but you tell me I have to date a certain person, gender, or whatever, because it's phobic if you don't.
Right.
So now you're forcing him to not date who he has a preference for, even though you told us that we should expand our preferences.
Yeah, that's not yeah, that's not fair. Like, and that's what I like with the fat phobic thing. Like, that's what I don't agree with too, because you can have a preference without degrading. You could like skinny women without degrading fat women. You could like fat women without degrading skinny women. Like, it happens all the time. Exactly. And it's the same with white and black. Like, I don't understand how that degrades you. I feel like it's just a generation of insecure women who just so happen to be black when they talk about that type of stuff. So,
well, also it's a generation of them, but it's also mixed in with, it's like somebody poured in third wave of feminism, like at least 50% of it, like they poured it into a bowl and they started mixing it up. So now you're supposed to be independent, strong, and have high standards, but we can't be independent, strong, and have high standards, or we have a label immediately.
It's the daddy issues. It's the single, lonely women, and it's not just black women, but in this case that we're talking about, it is because they be the ones that be the most mad that black men are dating white women. I don't see the issue. I got my black king.
I seen somebody post on Facebook, I can't believe he's with a white woman. Like, they posted a post about, I forgot who it was. It was a couple years ago. It might have been Tay Diggs or somebody. I'm like, if that's what Tay Diggs like leave him alone.
Yeah, he was married to Idina Menzel. You know, that's the voice of Elsa from Frozen.
No.
Yeah, he got a kid by her and everything, but now he's with a black woman. But yeah, they was going on him. They go on everybody who dates, like all these NFL players who are dating white women. you just never hear the end of it, and it's just
All right,
like.
so I'm making this video longer than it needs to be, but let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think these white women have in common?
Well, okay, so I guess that's where it gets a little, leery, because a lot of black men will be like, well, they listen. Like, so, I mean, I don't know, that to me is like, I mean, maybe they do, but like, there's
It's a
black
big
women,
deal.
but there's also black women who listen. So it's like, you can't, so I guess if it's a degrading way versus a preference thing, then I get where they're coming from. I still don't think it's something to step on a soapbox about. Like, that's the man's preference. You know what I'm saying? But if it's really a preference and it's not just like, oh, black women are too loud, black women don't listen, then that's, you know what I'm saying? That's fine if it's just your preference. Like,
but if it's your preference that you want a quiet woman,
yeah,
it's not going to be ridiculous and flamboyant.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I'd say 50% of black women are eliminated right there.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, but and then we could say the same thing about Latinas. I mean, they're loud and spicy.
And honestly, like for instance, the way I dress, like I like to wear suits all the time, and I like to try to look all dapper. And people will be like, "Oh, you're so serious," and I don't like that. And that's their preference. And if you were to have a preference around black men that you don't like these particular things, you eliminate 50% of us.
Exactly.
50% of black millennials are trying to be entrepreneurs, or they're successful at it. They dress well. It's a lot of us that'll be like, I got a new suit and I can't wait to wear it. Like, I'd say 50% of us are like this. So your preference is going to eliminate 50% of black men, but we're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. You're so disrespectful. Like, that's just what happens.
Yeah.
You ever been on a date nap and you set your filters?
Huh?
You ever been on a date nap and you set your filters? Like, you can have 1,000 people to choose from, but as soon as you put Christian and this particular thing, like, it eliminates, so many people. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with preferences at all. I have my preferences. I got my black king. He a Wokey though, but we'll talk about that another day.
We shall delve into that. All right, let me see if anybody else says anything juicy. If not, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Okay.
All right, bet.
On Twitch, she gets it. We tried to tell you guys. We tried to tell you that she's a liar and she's corrupt. She's a police. She's a police officer. She's a prosecutor.
She's good at lying. She knows how to do that. Yeah.
So this surprises you.
It sure does. Absolutely. Yeah. It's also the first time that I'm hearing about it. So like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, should have just kept Donald Trump if she's gonna just talk like him. Actually, these are quotes from.
So she said, "We tried to tell you," and like, the girl had like a little joke about it or whatever. Like, yeah, I guess so. But then she's like, yeah, but you never hear about it. This is my first time hearing about it. You know why?
Media
is censoring everything. They're like, don't talk about that.
And they try to soften the blow, like their new House speakers, the people that speak for them, are always trying to soften the blows. Like, she didn't really mean, or he didn't really mean, what he was saying was, like, no.
But if Trump says something, they replay that joint on like a Sports Center, like all day.
And I just realized that white girl that was talking on there had dreads, so that just ends her whole entire. Like, why you got locks in your hair? Like,
both of them did.
Huh?
Both of them did.
Oh, I didn't see the other girl. Anyway, I'm just here.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, both of them did, and it was.
Imagine being that woke.
But they both looked. Their hair both looked dirty.
Yeah, they both. Yeah, they need to get in that ocean and scrub it up, and repent.
From Kamala Harris. This isn't Donald Trump speaking right here.
That's wild. That is wild.
Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
Sounds like Donald Trump, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, reading these to you would think Donald Trump said this.
Yes.
But it's Kamala Harris who said it was racist once upon a time, so.
That's wild.
What if I told you? All of those things I just read, those 3 quotes, were from Kamala Harris yesterday.
Really?
Going to Guatemala.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. Okay, understood. She got
balls, I guess.
She's got some balls, apparently.
Joe Biden's still my president.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just over.
What's your opinion? Oh, I love what she's saying. I think it's hypocritical that she accused Donald Trump of being a racist when he said it. These are absolutely things that should be happening for our country. Put the border wall up, all that good stuff. Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton actually voted to fund the border wall decades ago. And then when Donald Trump gets in office and he starts supporting the things that the Democrats used to support, they called him racist. They said the wall was a symbol of white supremacy, but then Kamala Harris says it, and silence. It's all of a sudden not racist anymore. It's just keeping our country safe, which it has always been about keeping.
This girl face is stuck. She ain't going nowhere today.
She's like, oh, it was at this moment she knew she effed up.
She effed up all the way. But look,
this a Trumper.
But look, what the other girl said is what got me messed up.
What?
She said, oh, Kamala Harris said this. She got some balls on her.
Yeah.
So hold on. A woman, how do I be saying this jokingly? There we go. A woman be saying it like, oh, Donald Trump, he's violent and aggressive and racist. But when an actual woman says it, she has balls.
That's that feminist logic. Women can say whatever they want out their mouth because they can. Because
that's so hypocritical.
The feminazi logic. So
that is so hypocritical. It's not even funny.
It is. And yeah, if a man says that he's a misogynist, if a white man says that he's misogynist and racist and probably homophobic.
And if you're homophobic, just say that.
Just say that. Like
all right. I'm gonna wait for this girl's reaction and then we're done. I'm done with this.
All right.
She's stuck. Let's see what she says.
Keeping our country safe, not about racism.
Oh, race most definitely plays a part in a lot of things for sure. So please don't look over that.
You think Kamala Harris's quotes are racist?
I'm not saying that, but I'm just letting you know that some things plays race. I'm not talking about like her or these quotes. I'm talking about like in general, race does play a lot.
Do you think she has any actual policies that she stands for? Or do you think she'll flip-flop no matter what?
She's gonna flip-flop no matter what.
Yeah. You're a Trump supporter, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Very good.
So the one person that was intelligent just happened to be a Trump supporter.
Right.
Oh man.
I love that for us, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
They call us maggots, but whatever.
Yo, that whole video was terrible. Like there was so much hypocrisy that was thrown back and forth that I don't even know what to make of it.
And they literally had nothing intelligent to say to back up that Donald Trump is, or Donald Trump would have said something like that. Like what? That was your advice.
What did the last girl say though?
What the last girl say? Oh, she said race definitely, because she tried to.
Race definitely plays a part.
See, no, because she tried to get a little attitude at the end. I could tell, I could see it in her face when she figured out, like, the lady was obviously pro Donald Trump, and then she was like, "Please don't act like race doesn't play a factor in things."
Like, you're talking about Kamala Harris right now. Can you focus? No.
Right, and she went on a little tangent.
So remember, she was back there jumping rope, okay, and she was not trying to be involved in the rest of the video. And then all of a sudden, she back into her power posture, okay, and she's just like, "I don't have nothing important to say, but I'm gonna look aggressive."
She feel like she got to speak for the black people because she was the only black one in that friend group.
So she probably felt like she had the onus on her to represent. Now, Kamala Harris is not black; she's Jamaican and Indian. She's brown.
And that's another thing that blows me. Like, what are y'all saying? Oh, we got a black woman as vice president. No, y'all don't.
She don't even claim to be black.
Exactly. And she's married to a white man. And that's what y'all say y'all hate. Y'all hate interracial relationships because
y'all say y'all hate it.
Distinct, allegedly.
So they say they hate it, but she's doing it in their face, and they're like, "Yes, queen."
Exactly. And on top of that, does her family even claim her Jamaican side? Anyway, I'm just here. And they'd be so pressed that she's an AKA. So that's the main thing that made people say that she was black, because she's an AKA. That's a Divine Nine sorority. That's very prominent in the black community. Did she go to Howard too? I think she went to Howard. And
remember she was listening to Snoop Dogg smoking weed while she was at Howard.
Yeah. Oh,
before Snoop Dogg was actually
before the song, yeah, and Snoop Dogg actually came out. Yeah, that was actually.
Yeah, so she's a liar. Why
don't we ever talk about that? Like, why does nobody ever talk about that? Like,
it gets crushed in social media. It's like, hey, you're not allowed to report this story about her, Hunter, or the big guy.
I'm about to stir the pot on Twitter today.
Did you see? Did you see when I'm probably getting out of hand here, but did you see when they were like Zuck was like the FBI told him that he was not allowed to let that story?
I did. What are the Dems saying about that? What is the left saying about that? Because why is that not bigger news?
The only people that's going to report that is going to be like the Daily Wire.
Of course.
And the thing, okay, I'm not trying to hype the Daily Wire, but if it wasn't for the Daily Wire, we would never get satire. And not Babylon B level satire, but we would never get anyone that would hold the Dems accountable. And even then, their platform is not big enough to hold them accountable.
Right.
They don't have 1 million followers, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like they can hold them accountable and everybody's going to see it because the news lied. You know what I'm saying? You're only following the Daily Wire if you like their content.
Right.
So who's going to hold them accountable? Nobody.
Yeah, I agree. Shout out to the Daily Wire. Shout out to all the conservative networks. Shout out to, what's his name? Bryson Gray. That's my guy. You know who that is? Bryson Gray? No. Bryson Gray. So he's a black conservative. He's also a rapper. And he really be calling people out. You gotta check him out.
Okay. I will do that. Okay. Well, look, if you are struggling with accountability, I advise you to get this book. This is the book. It is called The Bible. I recommend this to you as a daily reading tool for accountability and renewing of your mind. Okay. If you are struggling with the things that every one of these videos shows that people struggle with, wokeness, I'd like to show you right here, Christianity and Wokeness by Owen Strahan. This will help you with sorting through the foolishness that you believe and coming to a point where you can use critical thinking skills and saying things that make sense. Okay.
Yup. Sounds good.
Well, Ariana, I appreciate you joining me today. And hopefully I can have you on this week again so we can talk about She-Hulk because we need to rip She-Hulk to shreds. Okay.
Yeah. Because them feminazis are out of control. They love that show. Let's talk about it.
It's terrible. And they need to be burned. They need to rip that show apart. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. And this has been wonderful. I'm so glad that you were able to hop on the stream with me. And I can't wait to see you again. Y'all like, subscribe, comment, etc. That's all. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Peace.